Here we are. All right.
Hello.
Yes. This is our final live stream for 2022.
It's been quite a year.
It's been a year. It's went very quickly. It's gone fast. And there was a lot that we did.
So fast.
Yeah, and we've done a lot. So we thought we'd just take this opportunity to just talk about some of the things we did as a podcast, as a family.
To brag about our trips this year, basically.
Okay, yes, right. Just talk about Star Wars, what we saw this year and where we've been. So we welcome you, if you're listening to us, watching us, to leave a comment and just tell us about your favorite parts of 2022, regarding what you've done and what you've seen with Star Wars or Marvel. But that's why we're here. That's what we're here to talk about. All right. Very good. All right.
Alternate.
So yeah.
I'll take the even numbers because I don't like odd numbers.
Well, when you say even, you mean the even months?
Yes.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, that's fine. Yeah. So we thought we'd go through month by month and talk about what we did throughout the year, right? So let me start off with December of 2021 because that was when the first episode of Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett, began, right? And it ran right into 2022. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. January.
So January was the Book of Boba Fett, our spoiler reviews.
Yes, they were.
That was in December, the show started, and then throughout 2022, we wrapped up the rest of the series, including our theories on what we thought would happen next, picking up on Easter eggs, such as the Mandalorian theme playing at the end of episode 4, and a lot more. So if you'd like to see that content, check out our playlist in the playlist section on our channel, so you can binge them all like we did with a bunch of TV shows during the pandemic.
Yeah. I recall there were a couple of episodes that stood out for me for Boba Fett. And, episode number 2, that was I remember the train heist that took place with
remember like a bantha?
Yes, exactly. That was like the episode.
Bantha.
That's it, right? With the Tuskens. I thought it was a great story of bringing Boba into their tribe, and he becomes one of them. I thought
honorary Tusken.
An honorary Tusken, and that train heist was absolutely fantastic.
It was one of the best episodes.
Yeah.
And then we went right back to another flashback in the next episode, which I kind of felt like we were good with what we had there. I think we were good leaving it off there, but then we got more.
Yeah, I recall. Yeah, there were flashbacks in pretty much all of the episodes. Exactly. I think the first 4 or 5 episodes.
You were like, "Oh, we just ended the storyline."
Yeah. Well, yeah, but yes, you're right. Right. So I was thinking that maybe it would pick up and we'd be more in the present day, which we did get to, eventually.
Once we hit episode 6 and 7,
yes,
kind of picked up there.
Yeah, and surprisingly, we saw the appearance of the Mandalorian himself. This was not. We were not expecting that. I remember. Let's move into February actually, because I remember we were in Cincinnati. One of the things that we did in February was we visited Cincinnati to see the Cincinnati Pops, right? Conducted by Damon Gupton. He is
a friend of ours.
Yes, he is, and we interviewed him back in 2021. So we were looking forward to meeting him in person, and we were celebrating the 90th birthday of John Williams, right?
And you know what else we celebrated? Good food.
Yes, we did have good food, right?
Remember that restaurant we went to?
Sacred Beast? Yes,
that was amazing.
Let's promote Sacred Beast.
I ate that entire burger,
right.
And my parents were kind of upset about that because they're like, "Where's my piece? Give me some of the burger I didn't order." And I'm like, "No." But anyway, please go to Sacred Beast in Cincinnati, Ohio. The food is very delicious, especially that burger.
Yeah,
Dirty French. Order it.
Okay. Yeah, we do recommend going there. And went there a couple of times, I think. And they had once. Okay, and they had a very good breakfast too.
Yes, those ricotta waffles.
Yeah,
with the lemon curds.
Yes, tasty. Exactly. That was it. Yeah. I mean, it was very cold. It was icy, like the Friday we left on a Saturday.
It was February, Dad. What do you expect?
Well, that's true, right? Yeah, but
no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but it was the Friday, the Thursday before we left. There was a big ice storm, And
they had to cancel the Friday show.
They canceled the Friday show. Luckily for us, we had tickets for the Sunday show of the Cincinnati Pops, and the temperature went up to about 50 degrees that day, so it turned out pretty nice.
And I also got some audiobooks to listen to on the drive there.
Nice.
And then my phone died halfway through the trip back.
Okay. And then I do remember, when we were there, we were reviewing an episode called "From the Desert Comes a Stranger." You
and
just
it was
mentioned
our best
about
episode.
Yeah, you mentioned about Cad Bane. Seeing Cad Bane in live action, that was awesome.
How he turned the deputy into one with the spice.
Yes, he did.
He was one with the sand and the spice that's in the sand.
Right, and I can't believe that was all in one episode. So we saw the Mandalorian, went to visit Grogu. He was training with Luke. We saw Ahsoka and R2-D2, and then we also saw Cobb Vanth and the showdown between Vanth and Cad Bane, all in one episode. This was an amazing episode. One of the standouts of the year, that episode. So it was really cool, and I enjoyed it. I remember that very well in February. All right. So
quick break for Q&A.
Let's say hello.
So our first comment of the day is from Alex.
Alex, happy holidays, Alex.
Hey guys, how are you two doing? My favorite Star Wars show and favorite show overall is Andor. Yes. Favorite Marvel show, Miss Marvel or Moon Knight. Yes, as well. And it was fun hearing your thoughts too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Miss Marvel. Yeah, at the time we weren't reviewing those series, right?
I think we might actually go back and review some of those Marvel shows from 2021 to 2022.
Well, we'll see. We'll that's doable. We can do that.
Maybe we could grind out a Hawkeye review before the holidays.
Oh, you want to go way back? That's okay. All right, we'll see.
Hawkeye was only 2021, man.
Well, that's true. Right? I was referring to the series that came out in 2022. So we had Moon Knight, we had Ms. Marvel, but we really didn't start reviewing the Marvel series until She-Hulk. Yeah, right. But we'll see. All right. So let's move into March.
I also like Hawkeye, so please.
Okay, we'll see what we can do with Hawkeye. So you want to talk about March? What we did in March?
So March, we had our interview with Miss Maria from Sisters with Sabers.
Yeah, really cool.
One of our many longtime supporters.
Yes, she was. Yes, from the very beginning. We enjoy speaking with Maria, whether it's on her show or on our show. But she's actually a fun person to speak with. So always enjoy that. Want to bring her back soon. Yeah, we need to bring her back soon. Okay, and then who else?
We also had the opportunity to interview Yoshi Vu, VFX artist and 3D generalist.
Yoshi Vu, very talented gentleman, right?
He's worked on many different films. Some of them you might know as The Rise of Skywalker.
Absolutely, yeah. So, and of course, all these interviews, of course, you can find these on our YouTube or audio platforms. Yes, all right. April, let's see what happened in April. April was pretty big. So this is the first time that we actually ever done a podcast stage. We were approached.
It was our first podcast stage, and it was a nice preparation for us to get all the way to Celebration next month.
Right. That's true. Well, let's talk about the Philadelphia Expo, because that was a lot of fun too.
And then I'm going to tell you guys a fun story about May. Fun.
Yes, please go ahead. Yes.
In May.
Oh, in May. Okay, we're still doing April then. Okay, all right. Do you want to talk?
This is your part.
Okay, all right. Well, let's finish up April then. Okay, so we were on the podcast stage in April, and we met some very nice people. Exactly right. Do you want to talk about that, or Okay. So Ashley Eckstein was there. We had a very nice time meeting Ashley.
If you don't mind, I'd like to tell a story.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. So tell the story.
We got many stories about our expedition. So firstly, on the first day, we actually met Ashley Eckstein. We got some photos with her.
Yes, we did.
And then the next day, after the podcast channel, we went back, or rather, I went back, actually. So then I managed to, say hello, because that episode we'd actually talked about Ahsoka while we were on the stage. So I told her that, and she was like, "Oh, great," which was awesome. And then she said, "Well, I got photos with you, but you didn't get photos with me." Right. So then we took more photos. She posted them on Twitter.
That was cool, wasn't it? Twitter and Instagram, I believe. Yeah.
And Instagram too, yes.
Yeah. How about that? So you got to take photos with Ashley Eckstein. How
did.
cool.
And so did you.
Well, yes, I did. Yes, on the Saturday, but the Sunday, you after our after our podcast,
The
we were
problem
done on
was
the stage. You walked away.
I did not.
You
Let
kind
me
of.
tell the full story. Let me tell my side before you tell the jury I'm guilty.
Oh, okay. Go
But
ahead.
basically, I came up to my mom and I clearly stated at least twice, "Hey, Mom, I'm going to talk to Ashley Eckstein." And my mom is just like still talking with my uncle. So, I just assumed she heard me. And then I come back and my parents and my uncle are like, "Where did you go?"
Yes.
You gotta be kidding.
And that's when you told us that you were with Ashley. Okay, but that was pretty cool.
Yes,
that was very nice. I'm glad. I mean, you knew where she was, and you went, and you got photos taken. So that's an unforgettable moment, I'm sure. Yeah. So, and then also that weekend, Philadelphia was a really good expo.
Yeah.
This is actually the first time that we've all gone to an expo together, the family,
and it will not be our last.
Right.
More coverage next year.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that. So we saw Claudia Gray, author Claudia Gray. We saw Charles Soule, right?
You got to meet them in person.
Yes,
I got
did.
some of Dad's comics signed, and I got signed business cards.
Yeah, exactly. And then just want to give a shout out to Chuck Load of Comics, who was responsible for the sound and the visuals of our podcast stage. They did such an awesome job. So want to just say thank you to them for that. Okay. And then we also had, yes, right. And we also want to, thank Kira, who was actually working, or Kyra, apologies to Kyra, who was working with Chuck Load of Comics as well. So that was really cool. All right. So then to continue in April, you want to finish up April?
So in April, we got ready for Kenobi, which will be coming soon. And we decided to do an episode on the rise and fall of the Inquisitors and why Dr. Aphra should be in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Of course, one of those came true. The other did not, sadly. Yes. We did not get to see Dr. Aphra in Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And that month, we also had the opportunity to interview the actor and content creator, Catherine LaSalle.
Yes. Yeah.
So she has been a podcaster on YouTube as well, doing reaction videos to things like the Obi-Wan trailer. And we got the chance to interview her on our podcast.
Yeah.
So once again, all of those videos are posted on our channel. In fact, they all are. So I'm going to stop bugging you and saying that. So
yeah, I guess we don't need to repeat
that.
Yes, exactly. So again, we're just going through our year in review. So we're moving on to May of 2022. Big month.
My month.
Yes.
So the first thing we did was we went to Atlanta once again to visit David Gupton to see Star Wars Return of the Jedi in concert in the Atlantic Symphony Orchestra, once again conducted by David Gupton. And let me tell you a funny story about the rental. Now I'll make it quick. By the way, always go with David's preferred. So we got off the plane, I got Biscoff cookies, which was fun.
And that was your first flight?
Yeah,
ever.
It was also my first flight.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Nice.
You and your brother. Yeah.
I was on my iPad most of the time. It was a fun flight.
Short flight.
And we land, and we're at the airport, and Dad's got a rental all set up, and we go to Avis. The line is an hour long. So 2 hours nearly. So we were there for 2 hours, just just waiting. And I was in 4th grade at the time, and I had told my teacher, my gifted teacher, Miss Callahan, that I was going to attend a meeting at like 1:30 or 2 o'clock or something, thinking I'd already be at the rental by then. No.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how car rentals work. So essentially, we found out that the rental, something had gone wrong with the rental, and we needed to find another option. So me and my mom went scouting all around the place, and my mom was like, "Oh, there's nothing downstairs. There's no rentals downstairs. Go downstairs. There's like 7 different rentals there." And eventually, I figured out Avis Preferred, and we got Avis Preferred, and we got our car like 15 minutes later.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So lesson learned.
So the moral of the story,
yes,
always do Avis Preferred.
Yeah, I recommend
and pay attention to the cost of your rentals.
Well, okay. Yeah. So that was harrowing. Waiting in line for 2 hours and should have went Preferred, which we did. We figured that out. So
I almost missed a meeting.
Exactly. All right. So you want to do some more comments? Let's talk about some. Okay. All right. So we're still in May. All right.
We got much more for you.
Yeah. So much going on. So Alex, I remember when you interviewed Catherine LaSalle. Wow, that was so awesome. It's one of the first times I watched your videos. Well, thank you, Alex.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, that was back in April. I can't believe it. All
Great
right.
to hear.
You want to continue with May?
Yes.
Okay.
So after that, we had our Baraxium and Mr. Dan and Mr. Chris.
Yes.
We're getting ready for celebration.
Yes, we're all heading in celebration. We're just talking about what we're excited to see, who we're going to meet. That was pretty cool.
And in fact, we attended a get-together at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Mm-hmm.
Us, Mr. Chris, Miss Maria from Sisters and Savers. And we were all there, and we had some, what was it, brunch or lunch?
I'd say lunch, late lunch.
Dinner. Yeah. It was dinner. Lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
Or should it be dunch? I like dinner better.
Okay.
Dunch just sounds weird. Dinner.
Our first time at Wasco Chicken and Waffles.
And we thought it was like the one in LA, but it wasn't. It was much closer.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was pretty cool. So now we are in Anaheim. And
we're in Anaheim.
Let's talk about celebration.
Flight.
Our very first celebration, Star Wars celebration. Couldn't believe it.
We had a lot to do.
Yeah.
So firstly, the episodes of Obi-Wan, 2 of them, I believe, was it 2 or 1?
I think it was
2.
like a 2 1-hour episode
that dropped on the day of celebration, the first day.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Dad had to like mess around with the television at the Airbnb so we could finally get to play Disney Plus, and we didn't, so we just watched it on the computer. And then the next day was pretty much more fun. I got to meet Matt Lanter. He was the voice of Anakin in the Clone Wars.
That's true.
Which was
right.
Awesome.
We shook our hands. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Right. Okay. And then there are some stages that we attended.
I got a bunch of Lego sets, which I gave away to my friends.
You went to the Lego summer vacation.
The Lego summer vacation panel.
Right.
Did not win that PS5 under the seat.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, that was
Let's hope it's there in Europe.
And do you remember
get one.
Any other panels that we attended? We attended the Tales of the Jedi panel.
Yes, and we also attended the Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary.
That was cool.
Did that with Mom, and we took notes to bring back to Dad. And I gotta say, it was amazing because this was my first time at Celebration. It was Dad's first time at Celebration, and it was a whole experience hitting me all at once. Because firstly, I learned how to go into a supermarket by myself, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Because, there was one right next to our Airbnb, so I got to go in there myself.
Distance,
and it was in walking distance, so I could just walk there.
Okay, very cool. And then also,
and like all the panels, all the stuff we could have gone to, although it was kind of annoying that everything was all scheduled at the same time.
Yeah.
It was but we managed to catch as many as possible.
That's a good point, right? Because there were so many things happening all at once, and you're only, one person, you can't clone yourself to see different panels at the same time. But yes, so Tales of the Jedi, we went to see the Bad Batch panel. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
The Bad Batch panel.
I do remember that. Right. That was so much fun.
Right.
We got to see a short clip for the first episode.
That's true. Right. And then also you did some interviews.
Mm-hmm. So I, after that panel, the day after, managed to interview the cast of the Bad Batch, Mr. D. Bradley Baker and Miss Michelle Ang.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, I got to meet the executive producers and directors of the Bad Batch, Jennifer Corbett, Brad Rao, and Matt McNevitz. And I got to meet them in the green room.
Yeah, how about that?
While we were waiting to do the interview.
Cool. And then Christina Ariel, you also met.
Yes, we met her as well, which was awesome because we met so many people in the back. And I saw Tamira Morrison on the stage. I mean, I didn't get to say hello, which I did, but I saw him on stage at least.
And then finally, we were on the podcast stage.
Singing, mind you.
Yes, I remember. I remember hearing about that. Yeah. And we were fortunate enough to be on a podcast stage. So we don't know if you attended or you did not attend. Anything that you remember from Celebration, let us know. What was some of the things that caught your attention if you were there, or things you remember doing when you were there, or if you were not there, what did you hear about Celebration? What type of what releases took place during Celebration that you caught? What did you think about Obi-Wan Kenobi? All right. So Alex, lots of awesome panels. I hope to go to Star Wars Celebration one day. Yeah,
You just might.
Yeah.
Get lucky.
I highly recommend it, Alex. It's a lot to do, a lot to see, but it's so much fun. Just running into people and everybody is all in a great mood. Everybody just wants to have fun. It's awesome. The cosplay, a lot of cosplayers out there. Some really cool costumes. We were taking pictures all over the place. So that was
got some
cool.
pictures with a Bad Batch.
Yeah. All right.
And a clone trooper.
Yeah. Yes, you did, right. And then
I got a Jedi costume for one thing, and also I collected so many buttons that they began to fall off my back.
That's true. Yeah, you're collecting buttons.
Not back, but backpack.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't pin things to my back.
Yeah, that's a tradition with podcasters. They
give out pins.
Exchange their pins or buttons. Yeah,
and I took the pins. And not sewed them on, but they were like stick pins, so I stuck them onto my backpack.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of them, and I couldn't even fit them all on, so I had to put some of them on the side and whatnot.
And then, there was another first that we did as a family. On our last day, we went to Disneyland. Yes, exactly. And that was a lot of fun, too. We went to see the Rise of the Resistance. And we rode the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, that was chaotic.
You were the pilot.
Yeah, I'm trying to fly the ship. Meanwhile, my mom has had the best time of her life.
We all
like R2-D2. And Dad's just like looking out the window, and I'm like, shoot! We're getting hit!
Yes.
Mom, punch it! Pull the hyperdrive!
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything. I'm not in the pilot seat. I'm in the back seat. I'm on the side.
Right.
I don't know what I'm doing. And like everybody else is just absentmindedly sitting there, and I'm like, fly the ship.
Yeah.
And then Chewbacca came and he was like, roar, and I'm like, time to go.
You took your job seriously, all right, as the pilot. All right. So that was pretty cool. So that was May. That was a lot to do in May. That was wonderful. All right. So let's move on to June. So June, we were still going through our Obi-Wan Kenobi series, but I also got to interview Raphael Moran of Geeky Dad Podcast, right? And this was actually the first interview that I did on my own. So it was Father to Father.
The last.
Yes, I know we want to stick
together.
Family
show.
We're a family show, but I thought it was cool. Father to Father, talking to Raphael, and we had a lot in common. We grew up in Brooklyn, so we had a lot to say, about fatherhood and about growing up in New York City. So that was really good. That was really cool. So that was in June. All right, want to move on to July?
Yes. So we did our trailer reaction, our very first on the channel, to Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation, which was awesome. And then we did another trailer reaction to the teaser for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. We also reacted to I'm Groot. And we got to interview David Shane, the writer and executive producer, and Ken Cunningham, the director of Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation, who we had the honor of meeting earlier when we interviewed them for Terrifying Tales.
Yeah, that was the year before. Yeah. I can't believe that the first trailer of Black Panther came out in July. That was during
come out till November.
To November, right?
That was during San Diego Comic-Con.
Exactly right.
It was a teaser, to be fair.
Yeah, you're right. It was, but it was something to remember. I mean, when we first saw it, it was just breathtaking. With the music, the tone it was setting, because we know that it was going to be
somber.
It was going to be maybe a difficult watch. But it was a fantastic trailer, and we'll.
If you haven't seen Wakanda Forever, you should definitely watch it. I believe it's still in theaters.
Yeah, well, when we get to November, we'll talk more about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. All right, time for some Q&A then. All right, what do we have? We're gonna pull it right up. Yes,
William.
Hi, William.
I really enjoyed watching Doug Chang's panel at Star Wars Celebration. Hearing about all the concepts was awesome.
Yeah, we missed that panel. I know he had a panel. I didn't get a chance to see Doug Chang, but he is just so talented, and he's just someone who's riveting to listen to and to watch. He's been.
I really wish we were there.
Yeah, he's been with Star Wars for over 20 years. He's been there since the prequel trilogy. So he is, again, very talented. Very talented artist, right? Yeah. He was wonderful. Yeah. All right. And did we talk about I Am Groot as well?
Yes.
For July, the trailer reaction for July. Okay. So then we can move on to August. All right. So August was a pretty big month as well. All right. So then we start off with a trailer reaction for Andor, right? We knew Andor was coming very soon. We had Chris Ryan's, our friend of the family, Chris Ryan's, come back and talk about Marvel Comics. There was a series called Crimson Reign,
Yeah.
5-issue series that we've all been following.
And we reviewed it.
Yeah, we did, right?
Still on it.
And it's,
Hidden Empire.
well, right. And it was a continuation from the War of the Bounty Hunters that we reviewed in 2021. So
And Hidden Empire is still going on now.
Yeah.
Although it depends, because if you're watching this in 2050, that ended a while ago.
In 2050, you say? 50?
I said 50.
50.
Wow. If you're watching this in 2050, that ended a long time ago. So you've probably already seen it.
I would be so happy to hear that people are still watching us in 2050. I think that would be, I'm looking forward to that.
Because we'll still be podcasting in 2050.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what happens. We don't know. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation premiered in August, and that was pretty cool and very emotional for me. The ending, I don't want to give it away, but we did review the Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation.
It was pretty cool.
I actually do agree. Yeah. Of the ones
backwards order from when they came out, I think it goes Summer Vacation, Terrifying Tales, Holiday Special.
Yeah, I think that it seems like, whenever they drop a new one, it's better than the last one.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So I really enjoyed that.
And they give us one every year. So maybe next year we'll get one for 3PO and R2 or Chewbacca or Lando.
Yeah, I wonder what the next story is going to be about. I don't know if we're getting anything next year, but we'll see.
I hope so.
Yeah.
How about like a Star Wars Easter?
Oh, why not? Yeah. I mean,
it'd be funny if they called it like Egg Day or something.
Mm-hmm. You never know. They are very talented, David and Ken. Wonderful to have them and to interview them both 2 years in a row. That's pretty cool. Mark Daniel, our friend Mark Daniel.
Yes.
He was.
We interviewed him back in 2021.
We did, and he was our first person we interviewed, and I specifically
first guest on the show. He holds a special place to both our show and to us.
Yeah, I wanted Mark Daniel to be our first guest, right? And I was going to wait until he was available to be that guest, and it happened back in August of 21, and he came back a year later.
Was it July? It was July.
Yeah, you're right, July 31st. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but it took so long for Slow iMovie to edit it that we released it in August.
Oh. Well, I mean, we recorded it at the end of the month, so
yes,
chances are. Okay, so Mark did come back this summer,
30th.
Right, and talked about his visit at Skywalker Ranch, because I've never been there, and I hear it's an awesome place, a very cool place to be, and that was pretty fun. Mm-hmm. Shannon McClung,
yes,
all right, from Geek Buddies. I'm a fan of the Geek Buddies, and Shannon McClung especially. I wanted to have him as a guest. I think we hit it off very well. We had a very good conversation about San Diego Comic-Con, just talking about the future of Star Wars and Marvel. Yeah, that was wonderful.
And then we did our first Marvel review for She-Hulk, Attorney at Law.
That's when it started, She-Hulk.
That's our first Marvel series review.
Yeah. And then we did a speculation, right, called the Marvel Tea.
Yes.
Right, and then
only done one so far because we haven't gotten much else.
That's fine.
Our latest prediction has not come true.
Okay, right. Why the Fantastic? We don't have to go into details. But
why the Fantastic Four should appear in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever?
Hey, look,
they didn't.
We're 0-2.
That's the first reason they didn't.
We're 0-2, right? I thought Dr. Aphra would appear in Obi-Wan. You thought the Fantastic Four would appear in Black Panther. Neither one of them panned out.
Let's score one for us, because remember I predicted like Crosshair would like kind of desert or something, or at least rebel against them.
Rebel against the Bad Batch?
No, the Empire.
Oh, well, okay, we don't know.
No, I said I hope we score.
Oh, okay, right. I got it. I got you. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So finishing up August, we had a roundtable. We participated in a roundtable interview with the cast of Andor.
Yes,
right?
We did.
Now, when I say we, that was actually you. Right, because I was not.
You had to work.
I was not able to make it, but you got the chance to interview the cast of Andor.
I did.
Yeah, how fun was that?
To see me.
Yeah, how cool! Right, Denise Go, Kyle Soller, right?
Genevieve O'Reilly.
Genevieve O'Reilly. Yeah.
And Diego Luna.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah. How about that?
Mhm.
All right. So let's move on to September.
So we did our first Star Wars in our community interview with a friend of mine, Jared Skins.
Yes.
So the funny part is, he was one of my camp counselors back in Adventure Day
Yeah.
Camp earlier that year. So we decided, let's have him on the show.
Yes,
And
he's
we
a
did.
big Star Wars fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we finally got him on the show after a lot of coordinating and planning. And next up, we also interviewed Alden Diaz.
Yes.
Which was so much fun because he's been a longtime fan of ours as well. And we were on his show last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alden Diaz, I learned so much from Alden, and
He says Star Wars is like a tapestry, and he's not wrong.
He's very young, but he has an old soul, and I mean that in a very nice way. He has a lot of wisdom and knowledge for somebody his age, So like I enjoy. Yes, I could see.
You took too long to answer that question.
Well, no, I was going to say that I see you as Alden in your 20s. Like you would be Alden in your 20s.
What?
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. That's a compliment. Yes. So yes, and we're just so cool to know that Alden started his podcasting or his broadcasting career when he was a teenager. So not that much older than you were.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So I enjoy talking to Alden. Anytime, any day. All right.
Q&A.
Yes. What do we have? Q&A. Okay.
So it looks like our next comment is from Alex.
Yes.
Q plus.
Yeah. How do you like
doing the episode reviews? It's very fun. That series will return soon.
Okay.
But our Marvel reviews might be migrated to Patreon soon.
Mm-hmm.
So if you'd like to see more of those, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
We might move into Patreon, but I think our next review series will stay on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think Alex is asking in general if we like
No, I'm just saying. Okay. Yes, we like them. As far as the Marvel ones and the Star Wars ones, we like them all. We'll definitely review the Bad Batch and any future Marvel shows. Secret Invasion is definitely on our list to review. And we'll also be reviewing more movies, like any Star Wars movies that'll be coming out, as well as Marvel movies.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Also,
I just want to
maybe we can review Indiana Jones.
I can't see why not. Yeah, right. Yeah, we're moving ahead to 2023. All right, but yes. I hear exactly what you're saying. But
that's in 3 days.
Yeah. Okay. It is in 3 days. So right now. Yeah. So Alex, you're just getting back to your question. Yes, we do, because when we started our podcast, our first episodes that we reviewed were the Bad Batch, and we just they're good talking points. Just to discuss what we saw. What characters are thinking. Their motivation. So we do like doing episode by episode reviews. I think they're very cool to do, and as long as other people want to hear about what we have to say and want to get themselves involved in the discussion, we'll keep doing these episodes. So Alice, good question. I enjoy listening to the podcast and love the reviews and interviews. I especially like the joint reaction with Triad of the Force. Started listening to them afterwards. Yes, absolutely.
They're a great podcast.
Yes, they are.
You should also listen to them.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep us in mind as well.
Yes, I agree.
Expand your horizons, but don't expand them so far that we leave them.
Alex, I remember how Keith was the only one who connected Andor.
Joining the rebellion at age 6.
Yeah, how about that?
And Diego Luna started acting at age 6. That was so cool, and so cool how Genevieve O'Reilly remembered Keith.
Wow.
It was.
It very really good memory, Alex. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's exactly right.
I'm glad you tuned in back then.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while.
Yeah. So.
And now that you're part of our live streams, they're even better.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So let's finish September.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Podathon 2022. So this was Podathon I heard about in 2021. I liked it because it was for a good cause. They're raising money for children with cancer.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Make-A-Wish Foundation. So I was hoping that maybe I'd be a part of it, and we were actually invited this year to be a part of the Podathon, and got the chance to speak with a longtime friend of mine who his family actually went through,
Make a wish.
yeah, went through a very trying time in their family where they actually used the Make a Wish Foundation, and we interviewed them for the Podathon, and
we thought it was very fitting.
yes, it was.
That really just fit the bill. It fit the cost to us.
Yes, exactly. And then we were also fortunate enough once again to interview more of the Andor cast.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So we managed to interview. We got to interview Genevieve O'Reilly, Diego Luna, Kyle Soller, and Andrea Ohana.
Yes.
A lot of fun interviews for Podathon.
Yeah.
And then we compiled them all.
Right.
And then that was put at the end of our segment.
And, Podathon is organized by Pete Fletzer. He's been doing this for a very long time. And we're so happy. Yes, he is. And we're very happy that not only we made the goal this year, we exceeded the goal.
We highly exceeded it
of fundraising. So it was a lot of fun. So we immediately after Podathon, we did interview Pete Fletzer and learn more about his background, his experience, and he's a great storyteller as well. He had some very good stories to tell about his time in San Francisco at Skywalker Ranch with Rancho Obi-Wan. So it's really cool. If you have not heard that interview, I highly recommend it. And then we finally got to interview my favorite author, Claudia Gray.
Yes! That was so much fun because we met her at Fan Expo, and we decided this would be a perfect time to schedule an interview. Yeah. And so we did.
Yes, we did.
And we finally landed it in September.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Yeah, that was wonderful. So Claudia, I have all of her Star Wars books, and it's just so fun to know that she's also a Superman fan too. We talked about her graphic novels that she wrote regarding Krypton, and then the final graphic novel comes out next year. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, October. You want me to move into October?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
So firstly, we got an interview with the Star Bros, Betty Yawn, and we talked about the New York Comic-Con.
Yes.
So sadly, we didn't get to go, but they did. They told us all about it in that episode.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right. Okay, and then we interviewed Kyra Navarrete of Relatable Nerd. We spoke of Kyra earlier back in April. She helped put together our podcast with Chuckload of Comics, which is pretty cool. So we interviewed Kyra. That was a lot of fun. Jordan Wilson of Wikipedia.
Yes.
All right. We put a name to a face, right? Wikipedia. We
finally figured out who was behind that mask.
All the time. And
Wikipedia is in my hotbar now.
Yeah, we're just so fortunate that we found out that the supreme leader name is Jordan Wilson, and we had the opportunity to interview Jordan. That was a lot of fun. That was really cool. And then we got a new animated series in October.
We got Tales of the Jedi.
Tales of the Jedi.
And that coincided with Andor. They released on the same day, so we watched them that day, and then we reviewed them the next day.
Yeah, 6 short episodes. They're about 15 minutes each. 3 episodes regarding Count Dooku,
and 3 of them about Ahsoka.
Yes.
They were put in the order that they happened. So Ahsoka's first episode came first, then the Dooku ones, then Ahsoka's last 2.
Yeah.
Which I feel was done for a reason, because Dooku's was more like a character arc, and for Ahsoka's it was more of a time jump from when she was a young baby to her deserting the Jedi, not deserting, but being kicked out of the Jedi Order.
Right. And then turn her back, even though they asked her to come back, but they, kicked her out,
They got her messed up, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, they made a mistake kicking her out in the first place.
They acted like Frasier with those waters, when the sprinklers went off during that episode of Frasier. Good news, it was just a test. And Ahsoka's like, yeah, I want my car now. Watch that episode and you'll get the reference.
Okay. It's a Frasier episode, right? What's the name of the episode?
Season 2, episode 23, The Innkeepers.
The Innkeepers. All right. Okay. All right.
Memorize.
There you go. That was a funny episode. Funny. Yeah. So Tales of the Jedi. I really enjoyed learning more about Dooku. I wouldn't say Dooku is a character that I really gave that much attention to,
But now I see him in a whole different light.
Absolutely. So I'm enjoying learning more about Duke, and I'm sure there'll be more stories to tell. All right, so that's October. November, November's pretty big as well. A lot going on in November. We interviewed Kara DJ. All right, she is the creator of Into a Larger World. She's a very talented person who puts together collages of different Star Wars material. One day she reached out to us and she said, well, I'd like to interview you two, for the next book. And we did.
And it was published.
It was wonderful. I don't know where she gets the patience to put all this together, the cutting and the pasting and the writing, and it was all wonderfully done. You could tell she's been doing this for many years now, and it was wonderful. So she did a very good job. So we actually invited her on our podcast to learn more about her. So that was in November. And then also in November, we went to the Super Jersey Comic Expo.
Yes.
Right. That was pretty cool.
That was in Atlantic City. We drove down there. It's about a 2-hour drive.
Right. Well, Super Jersey was in Holmdel, New Jersey. Right.
We went to Atlantic City.
Right. So there are 2 conventions that we attended. So the Super Jersey was in Holmdel. Then the Comic-Con, Anime Comic-Con, right? That was in Atlantic City. That was
a show
pretty
about
cool
hotel.
too. Yeah,
in Atlantic City, the boardwalk is amazing, and they got a lot of hotels there.
Mm-hmm.
And we even got to eat at the Sugar Factory, delicious burger. Got offered a free milkshake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah. So we did have fun there. We did.
We had fun.
Yeah. And then can we say that Super Jersey, we met Claudia Gray again?
Yes, we did.
Cool?
That's the funny part, because we kind of went to go to meet her again.
Yes, right. We knew that she was going to be there. We came by her table and we were told that she was out to lunch. And, we walked around a little bit, and then we decided that we were going to head out.
Maceo kind of wanted to go. So we did. Bumped into her in the hallway as we exited.
That's cool, yeah.
As luck would have it.
And we took a picture, so we have that as well. So thank you, Claudia, once again.
Thank you.
That was cool.
It's been fun.
Yes. Now, Black Panther released in November, but to prepare for Black Panther, right, we had Kara Mahorn. She's an author.
And she wrote the book Black Panther, Protectors of Wakanda, a history and training manual of the Dora Milaje, which helped us get prepared for Wakanda Forever.
It did. A wonderful book. It actually, again, I didn't see the movie ahead of time. I read the book first, but a lot of what was in the book showed up in the movie.
Like, remember those Dora Milaje suits?
Yes. Yes, right.
The movie.
Exactly. Yes, right. The midnight.
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm blanking.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't have the
Sons. Was it? Midnight Angels, yes.
That's right. Yes, the Midnight Angels, right. Yeah. So it was on point. The book was on point. And then that got us prepared again for Black Panther. We did our very first out of the theater reaction. Right. We watched the movie and did our very first out of theater reaction.
I mean, we eventually shot it in the mall.
Yes.
Because the theater had no Wi-Fi. Who would have thought?
Yeah, why? I don't know.
Like, why? How are you showing movies but you don't have an internet connection?
Yes. Yeah, so we went to the mall, which wasn't so bad. The mall
was pretty close.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And we did it there at the stairwell by the Bonefish Grill. And somehow that got more views than our actual episodes.
Just people.
Good job, YouTube.
You know what? Just people just want just a few seconds of what we have to say.
It's like shorts, basically. Because I think the thing is, like, the new trend is basically taking a bunch of information, collapsing it into like minute to win it shorts.
Yes.
Because that's basically what it is.
Sometimes
minute to win it subscribers.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you need, just a minute. So that was pretty cool. Just the fact that we were able to actually, do an out of trailer reaction, because that sets the stage for more, right? We're going to do more of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
all right.
We have
Q&A, right? Yes.
Q&A.
Yes.
So our next comment is from Alex.
Yes, Alex.
Great questions. I love the Guardians Holiday Special and Werewolf by Night. Not sure about Star Wars or Marvel books, but I remember Keith said he liked Ahsoka. I read it and loved it.
How about that? Wow. Recommended the book.
People take my advice.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about that? Yeah, if you're true to what you're saying, yeah, you love that book.
Sometimes if you're a child, people see you as a child and not the brain in the child. So
I hear what you're saying.
It's kind of nice when people listen to me.
Well,
Dad, Mom.
wait a second. All right. Alex, thanks.
No, I'm
thanks.
kidding. You guys.
Thanks, Alex, for saving us. Okay. Favorite animated series for Star Wars? I enjoyed the Bad Batch Marvel. I don't think I've seen animated Marvel series this year, but I love clips from X-Men, the animated series, right? Well, good point. Next year, we're looking forward to seeing Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. I don't know if that'll be something that you'd be into, Alex. But when the time gets near, we'll do some more preparation for that to get you prepared, ready for Moon Girl. We'll do a story, talk about the origins of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So I think that's dropping in February. So we'll put something together. Some nerd, I recently picked up the Star Wars Vision novel Ronin. Yes, it would be cool to hear your opinions on it. Remember when you interviewed the creators of the show? That's a very good point. We did. And we have the book Ronin. I honestly have not read it yet. We have it, but we read it. But thank you for that. Thank you for that comment, so that we will actually take a look at that book, and then we'll let you know. Right? Yeah. Thank you for your opinion. All right. So we'll keep going then. So we're going to finish up November. So all right. So we saw the out of theater reaction of the Black Panther. Speaking of Triad of the Force, Nani from Triad of the Force joined us.
So we reviewed episode 11, the penultimate episode with her.
Yeah, that was a cool episode. And speaking of episodes, Andor, as you said earlier, Alex, Andor was just creme de la creme. I mean, they were at the top this year.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, it's just that they were the best, in my opinion. They just really knocked it out of the park with the entire season. The One Way Out episode is the standout for me.
Yes,
as we already know.
One way out.
Absolutely.
Whoa, 2 ways out.
Absolutely. Andy Serkis deserves a nomination along with Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think it was nice to see Andy Serkis get a face role in Star Wars.
True.
And to give him some actual lines
because he's a great actor.
Sense.
Yeah.
Because he's a good actor, and I feel like he didn't get to shine as Snoke because Snoke didn't do much.
Yeah, exactly.
And just got cut down.
Right.
You got the half off deal in The Last Jedi, so
yes,
50% off.
Okay, so we're gonna finish up with
you get it now, don't you?
Not really, no.
Remember when Kylo kind of cut him in half? A half off deal.
Oh, I see. Okay. Some memories, some things just stay with you, right?
Forget.
It never leaves you. So we are fans of Triad of the Force, and so we were really fortunate to have Nani on the podcast. We had an Ironheart discussion because we knew that Ironheart played a role in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
So we kind of reviewed her past in the comics.
Ironheart series expected to be released next month on Disney Plus, so looking forward to that.
Next year, you mean?
What I said, next month?
Yeah.
Yes, next year, 2023, sometime 2023 on Disney Plus.
I believe it's
Plus.
fall,
yes.
So we'll be seeing that closer towards the end of the year.
Yes.
Kind of upset about it, but
well,
you live and you learn.
There's a lot to see between now and then, so we'll be fine. All right, interview. Yes, David Espinoza. All right.
Yes. VFX artist at Industrial Light and Magic.
Directly from ILM. We interviewed David Espinoza. What a joy that was to interview him.
And it was a lot of fun because we watched the documentary Light and Magic, and it piqued my interest because I'm actually into visual effects because I kind of want to do that because I do stop motion currently.
There you go.
Like I got a bunch of new minifigures, so I might be shooting some stop motion over winter break. I don't know. I got like 5 days left, but I am into visual effects. So hopefully when I'm older, I can work for ILM.
Who knows? Absolutely. That was really good. And with David, what was interesting is he worked on the Black Panther Wakanda Forever visual effects. So we actually had to wait until the movie was released because we were doing a spoiler review. And he just shared some things that I did not know about the visual effects. I mean, it was just amazing.
Especially about the water scenes.
Yeah, I still can't believe that some of that water was actually computer generated. It was not actual.
I gotta say, it's kind of funny. Yeah. That within a month span, we got 2 movies about blue people in water. We got Wakanda Forever, kind of followed up by Way of the Water. The next month.
Both films are doing well. So, all right. And then we did a recap of Andor. We talked about Andor, this I could talk about Andor
Season
for
wrap-up,
days
kind of.
now, right? We did a season wrap up. Looking
I
forward
gotta
to.
say, Andor is an amazing show. I just said amazing show. It was on point. I think it's one of Star Wars' best shows.
Mm-hmm.
I still like Mando, but I think it is up there in like my top 3.
Mm-hmm. Right. So once again, if you're joining us, let us know. Excuse me. Let us know what were your favorite series of Star Wars or Marvel. What did you enjoy this year? Anything about 2022 that we will be most remember that you'll never forget. Just let us know. All right. So we're into our final month now. Here we are, December 2022. Here we are. So now, again, Star Wars in our community. This was, as you said earlier,
like a Capra Terriers or something. I don't know.
This was
born on the 21st.
Yes, this Star Wars in our community was something that we put together because we wanted to know who were Star Wars fans
in our community,
in our neighborhood, right?
And we expanded it, and we got to interview John LaValle.
Yes,
and he actually lives very close to us in the Philadelphia area. So we got to interview him as well. And he showed us some of our models. So again, check out that episode. And it also reached over 1,000 views. So definitely, if you haven't seen it already, you definitely want to watch. I just said definitely 3 times. Watch it.
Yeah, it was really cool. He has another great storyteller, someone who I can listen to over and over telling his stories. And he has a very storied, he has a great career, where he came from his humble beginnings to where he is now.
To astronauts walking on the set and saying, this is so impeccable, I could fly this.
Yeah, he's done a lot of incredible things. So we hope
for context, watch the episode.
Yeah. We are looking forward to having John back, hopefully next year, 2023. But he was we're so fortunate to find him in our supermarket. Wonderful.
These are the people in your neighborhood.
That's right, exactly.
These are the people you walk past the Lidl cereal aisle.
Right. Yeah. Well, he gave it away. He was wearing a Star Wars shirt, so obviously, that's
otherwise, but it just wore right past.
That's a topic of conversation, so that's really cool. All right. Looking ahead, we were talking about what to look forward to for Star Wars and Marvel in 2023.
Yeah. So I put together a timeline of what we'd be seeing for Marvel.
Yes.
And same for Star Wars. And we expanded on our ideas and predictions for both of those things.
Right. So we have that. We revisited Bad Batch season 1 to get ready for season 2, which is dropping next week. Story time with Maceo in honor of the 5th anniversary of The Last Jedi.
We released the story time with Maceo.
Story time with Maceo.
Our very own producer, my mom, Mrs. Tanya Manning Yard.
Yes, Mrs. Tanya did a very good job reading to Maceo, our youngest.
You did great, Ma.
Yeah, that was pretty.
High five.
All right. That was pretty cool. All right. And then last week, how about that birthday party? Wasn't that something else?
Woof.
Yeah, that virtual party. That was awesome, right? You still can't get over it.
My heart stopped at least twice on that street.
Yeah, right. It was wonderful.
Dad, I literally fell out that chair twice.
No, I understand. No, I had to catch you a couple of times. Yeah, I understand. No. Very cool.
I would say having Star Wars and ILM show up on my birthday party.
Yes. Awesome.
Dream come true.
All right.
I gotta have birthdays more often.
Okay. At least once a year, right?
Yeah, maybe twice.
Okay. All right. Q&A. All right. Who do we have? All right. Clifton Simmons. Loved Andor. My favorite Star Wars movie is Rogue One. Proof you don't need to rely on Jedi for good stories.
True.
I like that. Very good, Clifton. I agree with that. You don't, you just need to tell good stories. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. Yeah, that was pretty good. Alex, this may be a bit off topic, and I apologize if it's too off topic, but I'm curious if you have favorite shows or movies outside of Star Wars and Marvel. Mine is Wednesday.
Yes. I saw Wednesday. Amazing. Like, my mind is blown. I like the series. The twist at the end. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Never saw it coming.
Okay. Don't say too much. I'm on episode 5. So I'm not there yet. I'm raising a family. That's what it is. I have
we'll take some time to watch the show.
I thought you were gonna say take the time to not raise the family.
No.
Okay, yeah,
No,
I know
feed
that.
me, Dad. Feed me.
Okay, it's
I like
it's
my food on the table.
so what happens is I'm working full time, and we're doing
We're
podcasting as
very
well,
aware of that.
and then by the time I'm ready, the boys are settled down, and everybody
You hit the pillow.
is quiet, and I have no one to bother me. So I start watching Wednesday, and then all of a sudden, like 10 minutes into it, I'm out. I'm fast asleep. And it's not because it's boring. It's just I'm just so tired.
Mhm.
So I'll get there. I will get there. Now that you're telling me that there's a twist ending, I need to find out what
Watch
that is.
Netflix.
I will. Yeah. So Wednesday.
Remember back during the pandemic when all we used to do was just rely on Netflix to give us personal comfort.
We still do. We still do.
Plus.
Yeah, exactly.
Those were the good days.
Yeah. So okay. So what else? Stranger Things. I've gotten through season 1. I know I'm still behind. There's a lot I need to learn about that show. But I'm into.
Now I'm 11, so
Yeah, it's a little. I think you would enjoy it because it's not that it's graphic.
yeah.
It's just scary.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you like being scared. I don't know.
I just saw 8 episodes of Wednesday. I think I'm good.
You know what? There you go. Okay, yeah, I would say you can do Stranger Things. I'm so behind on so many shows, Alex. I mean, Ozark. I was a fan of Ozark. I saw the first 2 seasons of that, and I need to catch up on that.
Dexter.
No, not Dexter. I was about to say The Boys. The Boys, fantastic series. I saw the first 2 seasons. Season 3 dropped in the summer. I saw the first 2 episodes, and I just left it. Not because I didn't like it. I just didn't get a chance to get back to it. So there are so many other things. Glass Onion. Tanya actually saw Glass Onion a couple of days ago, and she enjoyed it. So I want to see that as well. The whodunit. Tanya likes our whodunits. Murder mysteries. We're not going to go.
What else we like? American Greed.
Okay,
it's my go-to.
American Greed, right? Yeah. So yeah,
that and YouTube. I don't know if this counts as a show, but I do watch a lot of Ryan George videos. Like when I need to laugh, I just click on one and I start laughing because it's hilarious.
There you go. All right, yeah. So there's quite a few things that we watch.
I'm thinking of it now.
Okay. All right. So that is our year. So as we wrap up, just want to say thank you to a few people who also interviewed us. I want to start with Clayton Sendout from Newsy.
Clayton met him at Celebration.
Exactly right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. And he was nice enough to reach out to us and say, hey, I'd like to interview, father and son. And we did it right on the Celebration floor. And that was really cool.
As we walked around,
yeah, the camera followed us around. We felt important. It was really cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Clayton. Shanique Yates, journalist from Afrotech, interviewed us.
Met at Founding Farmers, mind you.
Yes, right. Yeah. How about that?
So me and my mom, let me tell you the quick story.
Please, yeah.
Me and my mom always go writing at Founding Farmers at least once a week, and we met there. We met Micah,
yes,
who works for Afrotech, and eventually we got to the point where we did the interview.
Yes, wonderful, yeah,
Which was amazing.
And the article was published.
The story got kind of passed up the chain, and then the article got published online.
There you go.
And then it was also covered by Fantatrax.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Yes,
media coverage.
Yes, okay. So thank you, Shane. Yeah, thank you. Inside joke. Thank you, Shanique. Thank you for that Afrotech article. Star Wars in a Galaxy, Eli and Jacob. Thank you so much.
And to Miss Mike as well. Thank you. For media stuff.
You guys are so smart. I'm telling you. I know we could talk Star Wars for hours. It was a great joy to be on your podcast this past year. So thank you so much. Big T and Little T. What can we say about Big T?
Many times.
Yeah.
We are the best of friends.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I just talked to Trent earlier today. We did a lot of fun stuff, showed each other our Legos collections, watched memes,
Yeah. Yeah. Made
in Ohio.
it's now a tradition between our podcasts is that we do wrap-ups of Star Wars series. So
at least once a year we'll meet up to do wrap-ups. Usually it's about twice or 3 times even.
Well, right, yeah, depending on how many series drop, but we've been doing a wrap-up for each series so far. So we got the Bad Batch coming, we got the Mandalorian. We have
did
Ahsoka.
Obi-Wan. We did Obi-Wan within the first season of the Bad Batch,
so
and Andor as well.
yeah.
So those are all on their channel.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to see our reactions and our wrap-ups as well, check out all of those places: Newsy, Afrotech, Star Wars in the Galaxy, and Big T and Little T. They all have YouTube channels, I believe. So check those out, and check out the Afrotech website as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Check out Star Wars in the Galaxy, Big T and Little T. You can find them as well. Our Newsy interview is on our website, as well as the Afrotech article is there as well. Big thank you to Lucasfilm for continuing to include us in these press junkets. We love it. We enjoy it, and just
we
thank
really
you so
appreciate.
much.
We really appreciate that we come to you guys' minds. We think of these. We think do these press junkets.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's also quite convenient that usually they're scheduled in times where I can join them. So.
Yeah, absolutely. When we get the opportunity to be a part of the junket, we jump on it, as best as we can, and like we said, we love it. We come prepared. We're excited to ask questions and to, we want to continue that in 2023. So thank you so much for that. All right. Okay.
What?
Are you doing okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
fine.
And, just, not to, make you cry anymore, but, just what they did last week, for your virtual birthday party. That was really, really cool.
Don't make it worse.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much to Lucasfilm and ILM, and just thank you. All right. And a special thank you to our subscribers, our audio listeners,
Patreon subscribers,
people who follow us on social media.
Thank you to you guys.
Yeah, thank you all.
Like and subscribe, shameless plug.
Yes, you've been doing that throughout the entire episode. Yes. Thank you so much. Hey, you're a business person, so
yes,
we
I
really
learned my skills from you and Mom.
Oh, thank you. We really appreciate you listening to us. There are thousands of Star Wars podcasts out there, and you don't have to listen to us, but
you do now.
But you do, and you come back. Alex, thank you. A wonderful shout out to you as well.
Once you
Alex.
click on the video, you must stay.
Yes. Yes. So,
but not really.
Yeah. So, thank you. So thank you for staying with us for the entire 2022. We are so looking forward to 2023. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better.
Hope you'll be there with us.
Yes. So we have ideas. We have plans for next year. So we hope you'll stay with us, staying tuned. We're hoping to grow our numbers as well. But, please, if we ask you to do anything, if you can just spread the word about our podcast, and just let people know why you listen to them and why you think they should listen to us. So we would greatly appreciate that. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. Keith, where can people find us?
Well, firstly, you can find us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, Amazon Music, Audible, or wherever you get your podcasts. Check out our socials, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at False Galaxy. Visit our community page on YouTube. We just posted a poll a few seconds ago because the winner of our first poll is a Star Wars / Marvel character review as of right now. So we posted a poll asking which one you'd like us to do, Star Wars or Marvel. So send in your answers and we'll begin working on that.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Very good. So I saw there's a couple of quotes. Can we bring that up? And while we do that, my goodness.
Website, FalseGalaxy.com.
There you go.
Our Patreon page, please donate to that and visit our speaker page as well.
And
our merch store,
yes.
FalseGalaxy.myspreadshop.com. Now I'm done.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I finished my sentence.
While we bring up the remaining comments, just want to let you know that we will be back on January the 4th. All right. We'll be reviewing the first 2 episodes of Bad Batch Season 2. We're looking forward to that. Alex, thank you so much, guys. Father Son Galaxy is the first Star Wars podcast I've listened to and will continue to listen to. That means so much to us, Alex. Thank you so much. That's wonderful to hear. Wonderful to hear. Thank you.
We really appreciate that.
Yes, we really do. And, thank you everyone else who are watching and listening to us once again. And this is where we say goodbye to 2022 and hello to 2023 next month. All right. So until next time, take care. And we will see you again. Happy New Year, everyone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Watch this on New Year's Eve.